Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, hear my prayers. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 60 Frames No Lag Podcast. Hold up, let me pause. Let me pause myself. Oh my God, yo, I don't know what to say. This is one for the books. This is one of those days where I would do like a rap video. But the news I got is, oh my Lord, hear my prayers, because I'm here to do God. Yo, I don't know what's going on, but listen, if you never listen to my podcast, you're gonna want to listen to it. This is the only podcast you listen to this whole month, this whole year. This is the podcast you're gonna want to listen to, because Lord, oh Lord, this is fresh from the printed mint. What we about to talk today. All right, but before I go on my BS, before the Puerto Rican comes out, let me go introduce the panel, and of course we got a special guest, and supposedly Zaire might be showing up, because my man, he needs some therapy, he needs some therapeutic medicine up in this, and the only place he's gonna get it is here. Oh my Lord! All right, but we're gonna start out with the panel. My man Craig Harris, top flight security of the world. Craig, what's good?
What is going on, guys? What is going on? Back here, 60 frames, no lag. We're going to call it Porto's Pew tonight because we want to put in God's work. And as the new voice of the reasonable Xbox fan, I am here to bring calm to the masses. What's cracking, everybody?
Oh, shit. That's the new voice of Xbox. All right. And then, of course, I got my man all day. What's going on, brother?
What the fuck is up, people? You know what I'm saying? 60 frames, all gas, no brakes. But I mean, fuck. All right, man. Just go. Just fuck it.
All right, and I got a special guest, and the special guest, my man Philly. Now I'm gonna give you a little background. We got him in here. Is my man? Is a gamer from Nigeria, and one of the reasons why I have him on a podcast, for God knows how long this has been happening. Definitely throughout this gen. Everybody talks from the perspective of where they're from. Like, oh yeah, everybody's online, or everybody could do this. Everybody. So I got my man Philly. He's from Nigeria, and he's a gamer. He knows all the info, but he's gonna give his perspective of how gaming is from his culture. From where he's at. The limitations, the advantages. Things like that, things that we normally from America or England, we don't get to see. We automatically assume this is, gaming's the same for everybody across the globe. So that's a little perspective I want to talk about, And then also, what I'm saying? So my man Philly, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's up? What's good? Shout out to Puerto Rico for inviting me to your podcast. I'm truly grateful. Let's get it.
Man, my man's ready. You know what I'm saying? This is your first podcast, right?
Yeah, my first podcast, yeah.
All right, cool. That's what's up. All right. So today, and of course, you all know me, your boy Puerto Rock 77, and we're gonna. I don't know where to start, but we're gonna start off slow. All right. We're gonna start off with the Nintendo Switch game. All right. So it won MPD. So my question to the panel: can we just admit the truth? Can we stop playing around? Can we just admit that Nintendo made a successful platform, and this thing's not going away anytime soon? Or is it still too early? All day, you the pettiest gamer, you tell me. Can we just admit we were wrong? This is not the Wii U. What do you think?
It's not the Wii U, man. The Switch is successful, is doing well. They got the software to do it. I don't give a fuck if it's a port, because half of motherfuckers didn't buy the Wii U or experience those games, because I can speak for myself. You know what I mean? So being able to go purchase those games on top of new software, it's a win-win. Like I went to Best Buy yesterday, bro. They had like at least 16 Switches there just sitting. So it seems like stock is, it's full, and a lot of people are getting their hands on the Switch, man. So, I mean, the portability of it, everything about it, man, is just, software pushes hardware, period. So, good job for the Switch, man. I'm happy to be a Switch owner. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Hey, Craig, what you think about this? Do you think it's time that we admit it?
Or do you think it's too early? Yeah, well, again, I never thought it wouldn't succeed. My caution was always early adopting. But once they announced those other titles coming out, it was like, okay, I was really happy for the people that early adopted. Now they're going to get rewarded. Sounds like they're really going in for more software. So good for them. I'm happy for Nintendo. You know, they still haven't announced a Pokemon game yet, a Donkey Kong game yet, and that thing is rolling. You know, so yeah, congratulations to them and all the people. Like, you know, All Day got one early. So congratulations, that early investment, being an early adopter, it paid off. You're going to get some more software. That's great news for everybody.
All right. And, of course, we got the new guest. Philly, what's going on from your perspective? And especially out of Nigeria with Switch. Is it a hit out there, too?
No. We don't fuck with the Switch over here, bro.
For real? Shit. You got the machete motherfuckers. Like, we don't do this shit out here. What's going on, man?
No. We don't fuck with the Switch over here, but for what I can say, the Switch has been doing successful, right? Because the numbers are good. Everything is good. So yeah, it's a good thing for Nintendo, and I wish them the best. But from this side, we don't fuck with the Switch, but.
Is there a reason? You know, Nigerian gamers don't really care about the Switch? What's going on?
Hello?
Is there a reason that the Switch out there is not as popular?
Like, we don't, like, it's very hard to get the Switch over here. Like, if you want to get a Switch, it's going to cost you more.
Oh.
Like, so, yeah, but on the same thing, like, so, yeah, we don't fuck with the Switch over here. Like
because it's not available.
Yeah.
So then if you do get one, it probably costs a chunk of change. It probably costs a lot of money then.
If you want to get one right now, it costs you close to like $600.
Damn.
Woo.
That's a lot.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay. Oh snap. Yo, so I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? I ate my bowl of crow like a month ago. I admit it. I was wrong about the Switch. I admit it. I got my A1 sauce, a little bit of Goya, you know, and Sazon, and I ate my bowl of crow. Listen, the Wii U, when it first launched, it only took 3 months to realize it was a flop. The first 2 months it did good, which was November, December. But once January 2013 hit, that thing flopped. And it kept flopping month after month after month. So everybody knew it was dead. Yo, we in August, and you still can't find a Switch. I'm sorry, this thing's a banger. You know, and we can all talk about the games. We can have an opinion about the type of game. Like, we can say, we don't like ARMS. But other people do. And they're buying the hell out of that game. They're buying, all the games are selling. All the exclusives are selling, all of them. Splatoon, freaking Mario Kart, Zelda, ARMS. People are enjoying this console. You know what I'm saying? This little platform. And I think one of the reasons is because they look at it as a handheld. You know? They're just enjoying it for what it is. You could play some gaming on the go. You play on a little screen. And if you want to dock it, you dock it. You know? Yeah. But man, on the real, I think third party is taking notice. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people saying it doesn't have third-party support. This thing's going to have third-party support. I have no doubt in my mind it's going to have. It's just not going to have the same third-party support as Xbox and PlayStation. But that's actually pretty good, because what that means is it could potentially be exclusives from third-party. Because if third-party focuses on this platform and releases these games specifically for the Switch, that's exclusives. That console could be nothing but exclusives. So at a minimum, people could see this console as another platform to own. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what's killing the Xbox right now. You know what I'm saying? I think what's killing the Xbox right now is now people ain't looking, like people are looking at the Switch. Like, say if you're a PS4 owner, because there's more PS4 owners than Xbox, right? And some PS4 owners will buy an Xbox if it's cheap enough because it's a second console. But now, some of them could be like, screw that. I could get most of the games already, you know, and Crackdown's delayed anyway. So I'm going to get me a Switch. What y'all think about that? Y'all think now the Nintendo Switch at a minimum took over as the secondary console over the Xbox?
Nah. I mean, it's all subjective, but I mean, I would say the Xbox, at least you could play all those big AAA titles that you can on the Switch right now. You know, Call of Duty, the Red Dead Redemptions, all the big titles.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Let's say if you already own a PC and a PlayStation, right?
Oh, yeah.
Let's say if you already own a PlayStation, right?
Right.
And you know, like me. Let's say I'm gonna get an Xbox. I'm still gonna get one. But let's say if a gamer was at first,
if you own a PlayStation already,
yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Then there's no point in getting an Xbox, bro.
Yeah, you see, especially now with the Switch, you'd be like, screw it, I'm gonna just get me a Switch.
Yeah.
Because it has exclusives.
Right. Yeah.
Ooh, what you think, Craig, as the voice of Xbox?
I mean, here's the way I'm trying to look at it half full. At least they didn't cancel the game. Let me just keep it 100. At least they didn't cancel it. With that said, I agree with somebody in the chat. They're talking about spring. Well, I mean, are you going to go up against Red Dead Redemption? Or if Sony drops another one of their major games, a God of War may come out. And that's when it's slated is spring. So it's just and for me, as far you all make a very good point, like All Day just said, unless Microsoft at Gamescom slides another game into that spot, there's just one less reason to get the Xbox X. There's just that there went unless and again Sunday Gamescom, Microsoft may slide something else in, but if they don't, you literally just giving people reasons not to go out and spend $5. I mean, this $5, folks. I mean, it's one less thing. It's disheartening. At the end of the day, it's disheartening. Damn.
All right. Oh my God. Yo, so I'm still thinking about Crackdown. I'm losing focus. I'm losing focus here. I can't keep my mind straight. All right, so okay. All right, you know what? I'm gonna move on to screw this topic. We're gonna move on to the next topic. All right. So we all feel. I thought I was gonna get some more resistance, but I think we all pretty much know that Nintendo's doing their thing, and they're gonna be a powerful force in gaming right now. All right. So the next
especially in a fucking holiday, bro.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I was trying to tell people that I don't even think Xbox is gonna outsell the Switch this November, let alone PlayStation. But we'll see about that. All right. Next topic. All right, MPD. All right, we're gonna continue with this MPD. Flow.
Oh.
Xbox selling under 100K. Remember last month I was saying, Xbox is doing Wii numbers now, Wii U numbers. It's dying, and people thought I was exaggerating. Now it's down to below 100K. Somebody holler at me. Anybody take the mic.
Wait,
Go ahead, bro.
Wait, I just want to say this real quick. Right? I see the Xbox One X doing that great in November. Nah, I don't see it.
Winning November?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, I know that. I'm gonna get my game from right here.
Yeah,
I'll get my game. But I'm saying this month to give people perspective, because some people may think that we are exaggerating or bullcrapping. All right. The following consoles were consoles in the middle of the gen or earlier selling under $100K in America. I'll give you. All right, here's all the following consoles. You had the PS3 when it was sold at $600. That console was selling $100K, and you saw how much of a disaster the first 3 years was, and all the things Sony had to do to fix it. They had to remove backwards compatibility. They had to remove features that the PS3 had, like the memory card slots and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They removed the operating system, and they shrunk that thing down to the slim. You know what I'm saying? They had to put in a lot of work on that. Okay, and that console was on the Wii U was selling under 100K. The Dreamcast was selling 100K. And it's not like one of those scenarios like when the OG, like when the 360 started selling under 100K, but that's because the Xbox One was out for a while. So obviously people are gonna stop buying. Eventually it comes to the point people stop buying a console because the new one's already out. It gets that. So every console goes through that. Even the PS2 started selling under 100K after a certain while. But the generation's now almost over. If anything, it's just started with these mid-gen refreshes. We still got about another 3 years of this. And your console is selling under 100K? You couldn't get 100,000 people in America to buy your console. What is going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys think this is a real effect?
It might be. I don't know, man. It's just, if there was... The problem is, in between, like Sony will have a couple first parties, right? But the third-party support still pushes hardware. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So Microsoft not having any deals and just having Voodoo Vince, Halo Wars 2, and Phantom Dust, that's not going to push no fucking hardware. Are you crazy? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it being, come on, less than 100K, that's expected. There's nothing to fucking play besides multiplats. If you're locked in that ecosystem, you should be okay with multiplats, right? You should be fine, right? But there's nothing else. That's the fucking problem. There's nothing else. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, less than 100K, bro, that's bad. That's fucking bad, bro. No matter how you try to throw it, it's bad, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
there's no damage control in that, bro.
Yeah, let me say real quick that, I mean, I know that's a leaked number, so I don't know if that's an official number, but I want to give a shout out to another Xbox guy, Tim Dog. He was on BGST, and he is right. If you see these numbers as an Xbox gamer, you should be pissed off. I mean, all day's right. Quick damage controlling. If these numbers are accurate, I don't care if they're under 100,000, you should be pissed off, and that because this literally is signaling to the not only just the third party guys, but to the guys out there in Redmond, that you all may need to go on red alert. You know that these numbers.
This is an SOS signal. This is a flare gun right here, bro.
Yeah. So I certainly hope that I certainly hope. I know these are leaked numbers. I podcast on this earlier today. I put a question mark because they're not official MPD. But if the numbers are close, to what we have seen, this is bad news all the way around. I don't care. I mean, and I know what people said that PlayStation 4. Let's just keep it 100%, okay? PlayStation 4 slowed down too before the Pro came out. All right, what is that?
Right.
All right, so PlayStation 4 did slow down, but not to this point, not to this level. So we knew there was going to be a slowdown, but nothing. I don't care. I agree 100% with Tim Dog. This is bad news all the way around. Let's just call it like it is. So, it's a bad week. Xbox is having a bad week. I know it's Hump Day. We're 12 days away from my true 4K taco review. Hopefully, we'll get to that. So, who knows? It may cancel that. I mean, for all I know. So, oh god. So.
Okay. Yo, Philly, come on, give me perspective from overseas. Hey, if you can mute the video in your background, go ahead. Let me know, man. Come on, from overseas. How y'all seeing this?
Yeah. No, we saw when I saw the MPD leak, like the less than 100,000. This just shows that Microsoft hasn't done enough this year. Like regarding exclusive, which is showing right now, because this is Wii U territory right now. If we continue like this, if Microsoft continues to do what they're doing right now with that exclusives, and I think this just goes to show that Sony exclusive matters, because they've been doing that. They've been dropping. I just finished Hellblade. It was freaking annoying as a fuck, but I finished it like 2 days ago, and the game. So very concerning that for now. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So here's my thing. I know some people are making the assumption it's the Scorpio effect. All right. So here's my question with this. All right. Follow my thing logic. Right. Majority of consumers who are buying consoles, this year, over the last couple of months, majority of them are new consumers. They're people who don't own an Xbox or a PlayStation 4 yet. It's not the same people who bought the console already. It's mostly people who don't own it, and they're jumping on. They're finally getting a current generation console. They're finally getting the console they wanted, all right? The majority of people who are getting the Xbox One X already own a console. Zaire, Tim Dog, Crack Gamer, K-Mega, all the people in Twitter and YouTube videos, they already own an Xbox, all right? These people are not going to go out in July to buy an Xbox because they already have it. They're waiting for the new stuff, okay? Right? Now, here's my thing. If you don't own an Xbox already, right, over the last 4 years, why would that person on the jump pay $500 when they never had a current generation console? You see what I'm saying? If they were interested in the best, like if they're interested in paying for the best, then what are they playing now? Because it's been 4 years since the current generation started. So if you don't even own an Xbox and you're going to jump in for the first time, I highly doubt you're the type of gamer that wants the best. Because if you did, you would have already owned, at a minimum, the vanilla Xbox or PS4. You'll be playing on a current generation console and not the Wii U or whatever you are playing on now. If you guys get what I'm saying, I don't see a person on the first jump within this generation ready to drop $500 when they could just spend $200 and play current generation games. What you guys think about that? Am I bugging out?
Yeah, I completely agree with you, man.
Yeah, and real quick, this is what I said a few weeks ago. Shout out to the Multiplayer Podcast, and they tried to drag me. I said, quote, what did I say? Xbox's biggest competitor is Xbox. Because somebody's going to walk in and see, like you just said, Porter Rock, 200, 229, whatever, they're going to have deals on the Xbox One S. You can get good deals now. Let's just keep it 100%. Or pay 5 stacks, for the Xbox X. I mean, honestly, what do you think people are going to do? I mean, all things being equal, what are people going to do? And people go into the game's this, the game's that. Dude, look, that doesn't matter. When you walk in the store and you see $199 to $229 or $499, all you're going to see is that. So I personally think, and Microsoft has said publicly through Phil Spencer that they anticipate the S outselling the X. And now, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do. I hope it works out. I mean, I said before to you, Porter Rock, I thought that you were going to lose that bet, but now I got to say that it's looking pretty good. You may get that autograph. What'd you call it? The granny panty autograph edition of a game, whatever you were calling it. That's starting to, I mean, those odds just went up, I say.
Yeah, just call it the 1st and the 15th game. Right.
Yo, you're telling me, Craig, you have no faith in me?
I just thought,
Listen, it's funny. I am explaining to people why I'm going to win the bet. It's not because of Xbox One X. The One X is fine. But I know what a $500 console is going to do in a market with $200 consoles. It's not going to sell 1 million on its own. 1 million people are not going to choose a $500 product to play Call of Duty when there's a $200 product that plays the same game. Graphics is not that important. Gaming has never, ever been that way. And I know some people are going to say, but the last 3 years, PS4 was cheaper, too. It launched at $100 cheaper. Last 3 years, we could talk about a lot of things that went wrong with Xbox. It wasn't just power. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't just that. Some people want to make it that, but it wasn't just that. It was cumulative BS that was happening over and over. You know what I'm saying? Even I could beat Usain Bolt if I break both his ankles. You know what I'm saying? Give me a hammer, I'll crack that dude's ankles. I'm going to win that race. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. You can't be the fastest man on the planet with 2 broken ankles. It doesn't work, and that's what Microsoft did. They broke their ankles on their own, and Sony took advantage. It's like, later, motherfucker, we out. You understand what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing. I just want to say, the secret to the bet is not the One X. The One X is going to do what a $500 console is going to do, all right? The secret to winning NPD is the Xbox One S. That has to sell a lot in order for Zaire to win the bet. The problem is, look at now. What is happening in 2017 that's telling people go buy the Xbox One S? If a customer goes in the store with $350, which the majority of the consumers, that's all they're going to have. They're not going to have $600. It's not going to be 2 million people with $600 in their pocket. The majority is going to have like $350. What reason is there to buy an Xbox One S? What have they done this whole year? They've done nothing. If it wasn't for the One X, we wouldn't even be talking about Xbox because there'll be nothing to talk about other than them getting less than 100K at NPD. There's no hype. Have y'all gone to GameStop lately? There's not a damn poster on anything Xbox. I hardly see anything Xbox. Nothing. I haven't even seen a poster about the One X. Not even that yet. I haven't even seen coming soon Xbox One X, the most powerful console. Not one poster. But you know what I already see? Pre-order Call of Duty on PS4. I already see, Destiny 2 bundle, PS4 Pro includes season pass, $100 worth of content. I see that everywhere. You see what I'm saying? That's why I'm going to win the bet, because the Xbox One S, and we're seeing it now, is not selling that well. It's not going to push the numbers that it needs to combine with the One X to be the #1 selling console in November. It's not going to push as hard. This is probably going to be one of the lower selling years of the 1S compared to last year. It's going to sell a lot less. You know, in my opinion, the top 2 juggernauts of November is going to be the Switch or the PS4. One of those two is going to take #1 spot. The other one, the #2. You know that? That's why I'm going to win the bet. Because the 1S, there's nothing there. Like, what's there to talk about? You even hear the podcast. Every single Xbox podcast is 4K something. They hardly talk about the 1S that they own. They have more conversations over the last 2 weeks about the goddamn UI. Everybody's talking about Hellblade. Y'all want to talk about preview. I was like, I'm looking like Ivan Iverson. Graphics interface? We talking graphic interface? That's what we talking? We trying to talk about games here, and you talking interface? I'm like, am I bugging out? Or is, you know what I'm saying? What y'all think?
Yeah, I think it's a red flag anytime UI is the topic of discussion. I was on, you know how we do RDX on Tuesday, and I was like, why are we talking? I was like, why are we talking about UI?
Yeah.
Again? Like, I mean, yeah, it's a feature. It's cool to skim and breeze over it.
Yeah.
Right. At
5
the
minutes.
max. But come on, bro. Like, come on,
minutes?
man. Like, fuck. No, we didn't spend that long, but I'm just saying, like, in every other podcast, I do hear, you know, the UI, it's great. I mean, fuck, man. What? You can't play your UI. You understand me?
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
that's like that.
Go ahead.
Playoffs. I was going to say real quick, but my thinking on the bet was that, I mean, for crying out loud, okay, think about it. Just take a step back here. You're right about everything you said, by the way. And then when I heard you do that debate, when you broke down what console was doing what, I'm like, damn, man, Porter Rock, you know, he had some, you know, he had an inside track. But take a step back. And one, they have been talking about this console for almost 20 months, 23 months. And if they can't because to them power is everything. Understand the power narrative to them means everything. So if they come in second, even to the Switch, which is the weakest console, if you can't move minds and hearts, you know, win more hearts like Kid Smooth, how Xbox won his heart with the most powerful console known to mankind that's ever been made by hand. If you come in second or, God forbid, third place, can you imagine the amount of entertainment lauded off that? I mean, there's going to be people within my Xbox community that will never live that down. I'm talking about they will not be able to do podcasts. They're going to have to do those uploads and just not let people onto their podcasts. I mean, it's disappointing. I mean, and I think here's why I think you're going to be right is because there's just no momentum. I mean, if they announce on Sunday at Gamescom that you can reserve an Xbox X, the momentum has died with this announcement today. All that, whatever momentum they had is gone. You know, you can't with this cancellation, delay, whatever you want to call it. What is there to sell when you're talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Call of Duty? And there's going to be more content on the competing console. Fact. More content on the PlayStation, okay? What do you think the hardcore are going to buy? The content. So it's
right.
Wow. I mean, so I personally think I would not. I'm on the fence. I mean, I was pretty sure that you were going to not win that bet, but I'm now at this point. I think odds are in your favor just for the fact that unfortunately, there's no momentum.
Look. Coming off of, I mean, I'm not a fanboy by far, right?
Yeah, I know.
So
you're just petty.
I'm petty as fuck. Fuck everyone. That's right? But look, as a person who plays a lot on the Xbox, you know what I'm saying, I feel uncertain and uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That I feel like Microsoft is fucking scrambling. And that is me feeling uncertain, having uncertainty with a company that I spent a lot of money in is very discouraging, bro. Very. You know what I mean? Like, this shouldn't be happening at this time in 2017. You should be straight. You know what I mean? Last year with the S, Phil got his position in the company. He got a good seat you know, let's move forward. He said he didn't want to focus on third party stuff. Let's do first party. Where the fuck is the first party? Remember?
O'Day. I would like to ask a question to O'Day.
What up? What up?
Do you think Phil Spencer is the right man for Xbox?
Phil's a nice guy, right?
Yeah, bro. Fuck the nice guy shit.
But like compared to Donnie, like I just felt like I got more out of
we hated it.
Like I just felt like I got more out of a traditional console with the 360.
Wow,
there was always something coming out. There was more support. Like it just felt normal, right? This shit right here does not feel normal at all, and it's upsetting, bro. Period. So maybe Phil doesn't need to leave. Maybe he needs a fucking different coach, or he needs a helping hand. You know what I mean? I don't know where it is. You know what I mean? But there's something definitely wrong over there in Seattle, bro. There's something wrong.
Man, I just, oh man, how can I kind of put this? And this is the thing. Phil, I think he's a nice guy. This is my issues with Phil. I mean, as a dude, he's a good person. I'm saying he's legitimately a good dude. Legitimate. I mean, he even. I'll tell you how much of a good dude he is. I remember reading a tweet. What's up? Well, I'll say this.
I just want to say this quick, right? There is nothing in business, bro. It doesn't work out that way. It never works out. It's never going to work out. If you say you're going to be a nice guy, you will never ever grow as a company, bro.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I think Phil's problem is
he
talks too much to the community.
Yeah.
Yoshida barely says anything. When he does say something, everybody remembers his phrase forever. Like, this is how we trade our games. 1080p makes you a better gamer, and that's all everybody remembers of Yoshida. They just remember him for two phrases. You know, this is how we trade our games. 1080p makes you a better gamer, and that's it. Right. Nobody knows anything else from Yoshida. He doesn't say much. You know, the thing Phil had forgot. I think he got too much. He got too much onto this services, providing services, and all these feature training. All right. I get the number one thing he wanted to do was hardware. I get that. You know, the Xbox One vanilla that had a black shadow on the Xbox brand. He needed to fix that by pushing out new hardware. I get that. So, okay, I get that. That was his number one priority. But his number two priority should have been games. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee games was not his number two priority because we see a crap load of controllers. We see refunds. We see Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? And those things are fine as long as you have games. You know how people like look at this.
Porter Rock. All that is a fucking compliment to you.
It's a McDonald's apple pie.
Yeah.
When you go to McDonald's, it's not because of the apple pie. You want the Big Mac and French fries. But when you got and give me those 2 apple pies for $1. All right, cool. They're good. But don't tell me, we ran out of Big Macs, but we still got the pies. I don't want your damn apple pie. But the damn Big Mac. That's what I came here for. I didn't come here for that. That's just the side. That's the dessert. I want the Big Mac. I don't want apple. I didn't really come here for an apple pie. You know?
Are you wicked, bro?
And that's why he forgot. The games is, the whole point we're buying these consoles. And I understand some of the games didn't do successful. Rise, Sunset Overdrive. But you don't stop. You keep going. Look at Uncharted. If Phil was in charge of Sony, we wouldn't have an Uncharted 2. Because Uncharted 1 didn't do all that well. It had no multiplayer, and it was a 6-hour campaign versus Gears of War. It got slaughtered. If Phil would have been in charge of Sony, he would have closed down Naughty Dog. He would have been like, hey, this game didn't make it to expectations. Shut it down. Either do something new or we're shutting you down. Sony's not like that. Sometimes you have to build your IPs. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes developers learn from the mistakes of the first one, and they're like, you know what? We could have done this. We could have added more to this, that, and third. We're going to release a sequel, and it's going to be even bigger and better. And that's what Naughty Dog did with Uncharted 2. You know what I'm saying? You have to build your game. You have to. The whole point of the console is the games. It isn't to refund. No one does this, bro. No one's like opening up a crack of a soda and be like, boy, I can't wait to refund some games in August. No one's doing that.
Right.
No one's doing that. Yo, all day, you were the one that showed me that video of the Game Pass commercial, and you're like, this doesn't even make sense.
It doesn't explain shit.
It doesn't explain anything.
Chainsaw. Woo! Yeah. What the fuck?
Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more of what? Like, what are you talking about? You understand what I'm saying?
And like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, I've talked to Phil, like game with Phil, like he's a fucking cool, right? But there's someone above him, and if someone above him is making all the wrong moves, then there needs to be a power shift. Something needs to happen, bro, because you can't be sitting back in the office. And this goes for anybody up there and saying this shit is okay.
Well, all day. I can answer that all day. Honestly, when that guy that's in charge of Xbox, or in charge of Microsoft, he flat said he wanted Xbox to be a service-based brand. That's exactly what we got. I mean, I'm not saying that to be funny. You got a ton of services on there, whether you like them or not. They do give the gamer, the purchaser, options. And if you don't activate none of those options and you play no video games, you can, if you have a 4K TV, at least go and get some UHD movies and just use it as that. But yeah, you're right. Phil does have a boss, and everybody's targeting their ire at Phil, and I don't blame them, especially on a night like tonight. But ultimately, this is what they want Xbox to be. I did my prediction on what Xbox would be. If Samsung met with Microsoft tonight, and said, we want the Xbox app, like Windows app on our TVs, and we're going to charge people whatever $19.99 a month for it, and give us access to Xbox Live, stuff like that. They would do it. Microsoft would do it because they would unload that, because it's realistically that article that they just came out with, where they really didn't break a profit with that thing. They really didn't make a whole lot of money after everything's starting to come in now. That's, again, I agree with you. The fact that you game and you spend your money on this brand, you're uncomfortable, you're unsure, that to me is the biggest red light of all. That's the biggest warning sign to me.
Right.
So,
to the people in the chat, to the people in the chat. Hey, can somebody mute the video? Because I hear it. All right, thank you. To the people in the chat, to the people who are listening to this podcast, whether it's live or recorded later on, understand this. We are not bashing the console. All right? We're not bashing the games. If anything, we're advocating the things you need to do to make the console even better. When we say Xbox has no exclusives, not because we're making fun of it, it's because we expect more exclusives to make the console better. You know what I'm saying? Everything I've done on this channel, you know what I'm saying? I never say Xbox games suck or the console suck or the online suck. That's not the message we try to bring out. When we see shit like this, it's people in suits and ties potentially damaging a brand. You know what I'm saying? They're their own worst enemy. In this, just like Craig Harris said, Microsoft is in competition with itself at this point, because they're the ones. Sony's not even doing anything. Sony's just being successful off of the mistakes that Microsoft's doing. Yo, it's insane that the corporation who's creating the Xbox platform does not see that their first party is the go-to game developers to ensure great games is made for this platform. It boggles my mind. Yo, I was listening to BGST because people told me Zaire went ham on Crab Gamer and K-Mega again and stuff. Yo, whenever he goes ham, I go listen. When they do that Kumbaya, Xbox great, everything sucks, I don't listen to it. But when somebody goes ham, even Tim Dog apparently, was keeping it real. That's when I listen to it, because I like the little battling they do, all right? It blows my mind when guys like Crab and Gamer and Xbox, pro Xbox guys, say things to damage control on why Microsoft's not making more games. When Zaire says that 343 needs to make more games besides Halo, similar to Naughty Dog. Why would you not want that? Why wouldn't you want 343 to be your own Naughty Dog? Everybody wants to be Naughty Dog.
Wait, hold on. Doesn't 343 have a lot of employees, right?
No shit.
So you can't take 5 of these fuckers in a corner with a couple computers that they can make the next hit. You don't know because it doesn't happen.
But I have a question. I have a question right now. What happens if 343 the game flops hard?
But that's a risk everyone takes. That's what I don't understand. Any game could be a hit or it could be a flop. Look at. Let me give you Gorilla. With Horizon, they only made first-person shooters in their entire career. They made Vietnam, Shell Shock, and Killzone.
Trash.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And out of the blue,
Porter Rock, all this whole time, I've always said, Sony's not afraid to take those L's to get that dub.
You gotta be like that dude. What's the Green Bay quarterbacks? The quarterback thing. Damn, my God, I'm having quarterback for Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers, yeah. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. Sometimes you got to be Aaron Rodgers and throw that Hail Mary. Yeah. And what happens? You get that touchdown and you win the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that. Listen, look at, again, with Gorilla, they only made first-person shooters. And let's be real, the story kind of sucks on all of them. Killzone's not really known for its great story. And out of the blue, they dedicated 5 years of game development to make an RPG that is dedicated to storytelling. A completely different genre. And Sony's like, you know what? Do it. Do it. Let's see what happens. They marketed it. They went all in. And it ended up being a great hit. Of course, you're going to have people with their opinions. That game sucked. The voice acting sucked. It's boring. Yada, yada. Everybody's going to have opinions. But you know what's not an opinion? The game sold 4 million. The game is more successful than Killzone. This is a more successful franchise than Killzone. You see what I'm saying? You got to take risks. You have to get the whole point of the console is to play games, and you're the first-party publisher. Who else is going to do it if you don't do it? And Crackdown's argument was, just build a new studio and leave 343 alone. That's a mistake. Because you got to understand, when you build a new studio, you're taking a whole bunch of people that may not have never, ever created a AAA game, or if they did, a successful AAA game.
You're taking people that's familiar.
Yeah, you want people to, at a minimum, oversee and supervise. Here, chances are, the developers of 343, they probably have a game in their mind that they want to create. They just don't say it because they know their place. They're there just to make Halo. But what if Microsoft gets 50, 60, 70 developers, augments 343. That means 343 owns them. And the main developers, 343, they tell those developers, hey, this is the game we want you guys to start developing. We're going to come in every now and then, because we're going to be making the next Halo, but you guys are going to do all the blunt work, the graphics, the physics, all that stuff, the textures, the game design. But this is what we want you. We're going to give you the blueprint. You're going to do the physical labor, but this is our idea. And then every now and then, the heads of 343, they check in on it. They're like, no, you need to adjust this. No, fix a little bit of that. Change this, redesign that. No, take this out, put this in. And then they leave. And they go back and forth. So this added manpower, they're doing all the labor. They're just not the ones creating the idea. Because 343, those developers are the seasoned vets. They know what they're doing. They know how to make a good game. They just don't have time to make it. So you give them the manpower to do it. While they're making Halo, this team is making whatever game 343 wants. That's the better route because you have seasoned vets and their ideas. If you throw in a whole bunch of randoms, it's going to take a couple of IPs before they get. Even Naughty Dog didn't start out with Jak and Daxter or Crash Bandicoot. They had their little flops before they got to the point because it takes a while to meld and come up with a vision. It takes a while to do that. You can't do that on the first go. It's rare that a developer forms. Even Bungie, Halo wasn't their first game. Their first game, that I could think of, was a game called Marathon, and I think it was on the Macintosh. It wasn't even on PC. So even Bungie had a couple of their growing pains. You build a new studio from the ground up, it's going to be some work. If you want them to push a new IP. This is why you augment 343. You augment Coalition because they have the seasoned veterans. And I'm sure they have ideas to make new IPs. They just don't have the manpower. So provide them the manpower. Provide them the worker bees. What do you guys think about that? You think it's crazy that there's Xbox gamers that don't want 343 to be augmented so they could start a new project? What do you guys think about that?
Well, I think they should be willing to invest in possibly one or two more studios. And I mean, who knows? Maybe at Gamescom, that's what they announced. I mean, I got my fingers crossed, but I just think bottom line is that, you know, they're contracting. Microsoft, they're, you know, we don't like, shout out to the people in the chat. Like somebody did say in the chat, and I did forget your name, bro, but he said, look, we're getting a NAC 2. Okay, fine, but we don't get a Rise 2. We don't get a Sunset Overdrive 2. That's, I mean, come on, that's disheartening. It's nothing against NAC. I know the people who play NAC like NAC, okay? But the fact that there's going to be a sequel to that is and not to Rise and not to what you call it, that's sad, man. I mean, I just it's disappointing. That's the best word I got for it. It's disappointing, and it's somewhat disheartening because when you look at what Microsoft has done, they've got that thing opened up now where anybody can just go ahead and dev and make a game, which is fine. But again, that's to take the pressure off Microsoft. You got, you know, I said this a week or two ago. You've got executives on social media, Twitter, whatever, Facebook, Instagram, they are begging for crossplay. I mean, they're begging for it, you know, because they don't have access to the games. They get inundated, people wanting to play. They don't understand why they can't play MLB The Show. Or, you know, when Phil said about a year ago, I would really like to see a Mario game on the Xbox. People took that as a throwaway line. No, he really means that. Microsoft, in order to survive as a company, is with the Xbox brand. They need crossplay. It's part of their lifeblood now. They need these games. So it's me as a gamer. It's disheartening. I mean, it's disappointing. I know the game's not canceled. That's the silver lining at the end of the day. The game's not canceled. It does help strengthen their 2018 lineup. So on that aspect, that's not me damage controlling. That's just the way I'm just going to look at it. But with that said, I agree with you. They don't take risks. All Day is right. Porter Rock, very good point. You know, backing that up because All Day is 100% right on that. Nope, they don't want to take the risk because they don't want to lose the money. And it may take, you know, you brought up Naughty Dog, you brought up Guerrilla Games. I mean, you can name a whole bunch of games. Look at Hello Games. No Man's Sky comes out and gets savaged. I mean, it gets crushed. But now it's back in the. I saw your tweet. I think Porter Rock. It's back in the top 15 or 20. So they did not give. Sony didn't give up on that game. You did a Hello Game. So it's disappointing. That's my word for the night. Disappointing.
Hey, let me ask you this question. All right. Damn, I had a thought. Damn, I lost my train of thought, man. I'm still thinking about Crackdown. Oh my god. Oh my god. I just had a thought in my head. You know, somebody say something while I'm trying to formulate my point.
Crackdown.
No, nobody wants to say nothing. All right. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Maybe it might come back to me. All right. Okay. No. All right. So now I remember. All right. When Scalebound got canceled, all right, people were mad at me. You know, some people agree with me, and some dudes were mad at me, saying that the game was crap, yada yada yada. It's better that got canceled, right? I said, and they throw the last gun in my face. I always said that I'd rather have a game can't be delayed than the game to be canceled, because you never know, right? Do you think people finally understand the difference between a delayed game, Crackdown, and a canceled game, Scalebound? You know, because while Crackdown 3, yeah, this is a disaster for 2017, but at the very least, you still will eventually play this game. Do you think some people in the Xbox community finally get the difference between Crackdown 3 and Scalebound? Can they see the difference now? The importance and significance of the two?
I don't know, man. You know what? You know what?
He's like, I lost faith on these frauds.
It's easy to forget, right? It's easy to forget about a delayed game and just when it comes out, you buy it. But when there's really nothing else, then you bank all your money on that game that got delayed, right?
No.
So then it becomes more of an issue for you. So, but there was more games to worry about. You wouldn't give a fuck if it was delayed. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I'm taking it. You know, I still got a lot of multiplayer to play. I still got, you know, PS4 backlog to play. So I'm good. But those people that fanboy and crush up Xbox analogs and shove it up their nose, they're gonna have some issues, bro. So I don't know. It does feel better that the game, you know, canceled is always bad. You know what I mean? A game getting canceled is always bad. It's never good. But fuck, that canceled game could have been out now. You know what I mean? And imagine if Scalebound was out right now and Crackdown got delayed. Nobody would care. Okay, take your time. It's fine. The game's gonna be great. I trust you. You know, that's how it's gonna be. But you know, right now, I don't know, man. Let's hope that they can decipher the two, man.
Now, I think it's clear. You know, people are saying exclusives don't matter. I think it's clear. If people cannot tell, it's like Charlottesville. You can no longer ignore that there's racism in America. All right, we can stop pretending now. Right? Can we stop pretending? You know, some people say, "Oh, there's no more racism. It's just people making excuses." No, we see what's going on in Charlottesville. All right, we see what's going on in 2017, and the council that's hurting just so happens to be the one that barely has any exclusives. Can we stop pretending exclusives don't matter? Can we stop pretending now? Am I fucking out? Can we stop pretending that exclusives don't have an impact? Can we stop using ratios? Can we stop saying, well, out of 60 million, only 9 million bought it? Like, are you are you fucking out? Go ahead. Philly.
Let's say something real quick. Right. The reason why, like in Nigeria, the reason why you buy a PlayStation 4 or you buy an Xbox is because of that's a simple fact. Like the reason why I picked up a PlayStation 4 is because I want to play God of War. That was a simple fact. There was no no, that shit ain't gonna happen. Like the reason why people here like decide on a console to choose from like 3 reasons, right? To play FIFA, to play, if you're a Halo fan, you would like to play the latest Halo. If you're a God of War fan, you like to play the latest God of War fan. So that's basically the idea around here. There's no other like thing you base it on. You just pick the console that like you grew up with. That's how it's been, and that's how. So.
Right. You know what? That's a good segue. All right. So we're gonna segue to the next topic. All right. The segue is, so everybody, we already introduced our special guest, Philly. He's from Nigeria, and he wanted to give us a little insight on, you know, gamers in different countries, you know, because we all talk about, you know, America's NPD or you know, England's charts, you know, GFK charts and stuff like that, or Japan sales and stuff like that, you know, but we never talk about the other regions, the Middle East, South America, you know, Africa. We rarely get the opportunity to talk about from their perspective how gaming is. You know, we assume, you know, I live in New York City, I got Verizon Fios, so everybody in the goddamn world has Verizon Fios, or, you know, everything's the same for everybody, you know. So we're gonna give the mic to you, you know, and give us a little insight, you know. Let's start off with this. All right, I'm gonna ask you one quick question.
All right.
One of the biggest topics I always talked about, you know, was the DRM, you know, digital rights management, and how Microsoft tried to use an always connected console. And if your console was not connected, you know, to the network, you wouldn't be able to play games. If Sony and Microsoft did that, how would that impact gamers in Nigeria? Would that impact you guys? Are you guys fully, you know, your structure's already set? Or no. You know, how would that be for? How would gaming be for gamers in Nigeria?
No. The thing is, over here we share our games, bro. The difference between Nigeria and you guys over there is the cost, like what we pay for games, right?
Yeah.
Like currently, right? Because I'm thinking of getting a new PlayStation 4 because I broke mine yesterday, so I'm trying to get. So I'm just. But Right now, it costs me a brand new one. Costs me close to $400, right, off the
It's
bat.
still $400.
Yeah, bro. That like a brand new PlayStation 4. I have to cough out $400 to get me a new one. But, I'm working. I'm working to get me a new one. But the man Nigeria over here is we're gamers first. Like it might not show, but we play games a lot. And those that play games, you won't believe like they. But the DRM like saying because most people right now don't go online, bro. I can tell you this right now.
In Nigeria?
Most games, bro, most is offline. Like they prefer playing FIFA, PES, a little bit of Madden sometimes, but mostly soccer and NBA, bro. Most people here work out. But then those they try hard like me because I have a Call of Duty account. I play Call of Duty, Destiny, Battlefield out. So yeah, it didn't affect me in any way, but basically everybody just want like DRM didn't affect me in any way because I would have played my game regardless. But most Nigeria, the mentality is like to be able to share your games. Like I'm done with this, yeah, bro. You can have this, you can play this, and we get it's the mentality of people around over here.
Oh, okay. All right. So your console out there. Wow. So still 400. So how much is the games out there? Is it 60 similar to 60 us or is it?
Bruh, a game right now will cost you like $80 or 90.
Yo, yo, you guys hear this?
Bruh, like you guys have it good. Like you guys have it way good.
$90?
$90?
$90?
After microtransactions here,
Bruh.
that's about what we're paying.
Bruh, like I bought like if,
45.
bruh, I bought
For
Uncharted
physical
4.
game.
Uncharted 4. If you have to convert it to like to, I bought it for like $100. Like and that was minor. That's not like gold in it. That's just like the regular standard version, bro. Like,
Which
$100,
game?
bro. Uncharted 4.
And you paid $100?
Yeah, like it's just right here. I think I paid like 55,000, which is like
Which equates to about $100.
right there. Yeah,
Holy
$100.
shit.
It's that savage. Like it's
That
mad.
never even entered my mind. Yo, you guys ever even heard of crap like that? Like I did Canada. Like Canada, you know, they pay $10 extra. You know, so they pay like $70. So I heard of that. But it never crossed my mind that there's gamers in the world that will pay to the equivalent of $100 for a game.
Bro,
That never even.
Right, if you had like PlayStation 4 just like $200-300, I swear to you, I like you see like 10 million people having like PlayStation 4s right here. But expensive, like I have to get a new one because I game and right now like I don't have a broken PlayStation 4, so I have to get a new one. But I have to cough up $400 plus show $100-200 for like 2 or 3 more CDs, which is totally fucked up. But it's what we do for gaming because I respect gaming. It's what like I play a game with my brothers and like, we have tons of fun with it. So yeah.
Wow. That's just I feel bad, bro. Like
Yeah.
$100 for a game.
Right. Like
Imagine paying $100 for Recore.
That's suicide, man.
Bro, no, bro. I commit suicide, bro. I jump off the cliff. What the fuck? What the fuck?
Yo, I don't think that's crazy. All right, so we got that. So obviously gaming's still expensive. You're talking $90 to $100 in games. You're talking limited internet access where most people share their games. What else about the culture of gaming is out there? What's going on? Give us some insight that we're probably ignorant to.
All right. What can I say right now? The online,
Yeah.
Like the way it works right here is quite different. Like normally you guys pay like how much you pay for PS10 a year? Like how much is it?
So the PS4 out here?
Yeah, PS4, PSN. If you have like PlayStation.
PlayStation Now is $60 a year.
Yeah. What did you say?
$60, $60 a year.
$60. I wish I had it for $60 though.
What you guys pay?
I'm I paid for a year. I paid like close. I think like close to $80 or $90 for a year.
Oh my God!
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now,
What?
bruh, I wouldn't be a gamer. I'll be into cards or blackjack or poker, some shit other shit.
Yo, you a bigger gamer than I am, bro. Cause yo,
Nah, it's
I'll be playing cricket or something. Oh man, no,
but no, but
no.
no,
Dodgeball.
but she became bad last year because the price of like naira, that's that currency, just dropped. It dropped. We clock shit up. So when he did that, the price of naira went from like $125 to like $500. So she went sky high. Planning to get a new laptop like right now that will cost me originally I wanted to buy the laptop for $500. Right now it's costing me close to 1,000. So yeah, shit.
Mm.
All right.
Damn.
Yep.
So when you guys say you're gamers, you guys, yo, you at the point where you have to decide to pay the rent or play a game. Like, oh, yo, that's a trip. Yo,
Yeah, bro.
gaming costs $90 out here. Yo, my wife will flip the hell out if she sees me paying $90. Yo, she'll divorce me. She'll be like, yo, I gotta have you spend $50 in the strip club. You bugging. Oh man. So you saying the Nigerians out there still, and I'm seeing some tweets in the comment section, you guys are still big on offline, like co-op? You guys still play at home together, soccer, whatever sports together?
Yeah. Sometimes you play. That's like because
Use record.
it is right now. We get like you see most people get like 2, 3, 4 cities a year. So they play mostly FIFA. Like we sit down and play FIFA all day and NBA all day. And once in a while we venture out to play other games.
Is it because FIFA and NBA 2K they have a lot of replay value locally?
No, the soccer in Africa is big, bro. Like you have no freaking idea. Like soccer in Africa it's like
It's like American football, right?
You wouldn't believe it. Like everybody's infatuated with this shit. Like it's on Saturdays and Sundays, bruh. Thing you ever see, bro. It's outrageous.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so man, this is some interesting stuff, man. Because for real, I'm gonna be honest. This is what I like about this podcast. We get to talk about real stuff. Because I never, I actually feel bad now, because and I'm pretty sure all day, Craig, you can relate to this. We all make comments on what companies should do or shouldn't do, but we only base that on our reality. At no point did I even consider. Like gamers are going through this.
No, but this isn't Sony's fault. This is like our fault, like our country's fault.
Well, I get that.
Yeah, so yeah.
I mean, I get that. I'm not saying that's the company's fault, but sometimes we talk, we got to push the envelope. We got to push the envelope, but pushing the envelope costs money. You know what I'm saying? It costs money. So how about this whole 4K thing for you guys? The whole 4K movement.
Shit is dead. Like, like,
hey, you talking 4K? I'm paying $90 for PSN, and you want to get 4K?
But just let me tell you this right now. To get a 4K TV right here, right now, the cheapest you can get right now, I kid you not, like the cheapest. And if you buy that shit, like yeah, you good. Like there's no fucking way you buy a PlayStation 4 with that shit. Like because you $1,000 for everything, bro.
How much?
To get like a PlayStation 4 and a 4K TV. Okay, assuming I wanted an Xbox One X, right?
Yeah.
$500, which would be like 800 or 900 over here. That shit would cost me like $1,000 and to get plus like a 4K TV, bro. And that shit would never happen right here. You would like it's dead. Like the concept of Xbox of this part of the world is dead, bro. Nobody's ever gonna pick that shit up. Like people are still finding of how to get a PlayStation 4, like an OG P4. Now you bring out
So there's countries that Xbox is not even going to be relevant. Xbox One X is not even going to be on the floor.
Right.
Because nobody's going to be able to.
Right now, Xbox. No, as it is, like nobody gives a fuck about about the Xbox, but the X is just. I don't like. Maybe you lifetime you here, bro. Like, I ain't joking about that shit. Nobody gives a fuck like about what the Xbox One X is gonna do or what's gonna do here, because nobody's gonna pay $200 to get an Xbox One X and a 4K TV just so you can play League. Because like, bro, you can get shot in the head. Like, people look at you somehow, some kind of way, bro. Yeah.
Wow. All right. Okay. So now, man, is there anything else you want to say before we move on to what?
No. If there's anything else to say, I want to thank you guys though for your podcast, because believe it or not, every podcast guy, bro. It's entertaining, it's fun as hell. Like Proto Rock, I've been listening to you right now for like a year right now. And like, yeah, bro. I listen to this shit at work. I almost got fired from work because of you one day, bro.
Oh man, I was nobody fired or anything like that, man. I appreciate it. Oh snap!
Laughing the fuck, bro. I was laughing the fuck up. Like my boss almost fired me. That's fun.
He's like, he's throwing your about to. You listen to Proto Rock? I'm sick of this shit.
Bro, like she was lit that day. I was losing my mind. Like it was during the D when you were trying to tell D about Switch. What was in the Switch, bro? I wanted.
Oh,
I wanted
the CUDA chorus.
Bro, I wanted to die. Like, bro, I would have gone fire that day. Like my boss was looking at me, oh, like, bro, you dead, bro. I was
the CUDA chorus. CUDA. Yo,
bro, bro, like literally, like, bro, I had to step out of the office to laugh this shit off, bro.
Yo, I appreciate. I'm gonna be real. It's a surreal feeling to hear people. It's just I never thought that I would be able to enjoy, my hobby with so many people. Like, who would have thought? I would have never met All Day or Craig Harris. I would have never met you guys and known you. Like I talk to All Day on the phone now. I talk to Zaire on the phone, and now I got you listening, and it's just yo, this feeling is amazing, bro. I love this hobby. You know what I'm saying? It's just awesome. You know what I'm saying? So thank you so much for rocking out with me. I didn't realize you listened to me that long. Yo, it's much appreciated.
Yeah, bro. And now I just said, man. You want to play a podcast, Next Gen, even Crap Game Room, every fucking buddy podcast, bro. I take time to listen to that. So.
It's some funny shit. All right. So now you're gonna hear live. It's about to get good. We're gonna talk about Crackdown 3's delay. Yo, let's get this started now. And I don't think Zaire's gonna show up, but that's okay because he can't run for me. Oh, I'm gonna get him good tomorrow. You might want to take a day off tomorrow because the multiplayer podcast is gonna be lit.
I've never been more excited to do a podcast.
Yo, everybody's gonna get it. Everybody, all the people, K-Mega's gonna get this word because he was damage controlling that crappy San Diego Comic-Con. Like, they're just showing the single player, and then we got Gamescom. Oh my God, I cannot wait. Oh my God! Yo, I can't even go to sleep tonight. I'm gonna just be looking at the time.
Your wife's gonna roll over your eyes and be fucking wide open. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my God! I'm gonna be like, yo, Zaire, just create the room now and send me the invite. I'll wait there for the next 24 hours. I'll be there by myself waiting. I'm gonna be waiting in the Google Hangout by myself. Oh, so, ladies and gentlemen, to all the subscribers, to all the viewers, if you don't know now, Crackdown 3 is delayed. It's official. And they didn't give a specific date. They said spring 2018 because the multiplayer is not up to snuff. Now, can we stop the BS? Can the whole damage control back in San Diego Comic-Con was, Microsoft wanted to show the single player because they're going to show the multiplayer at Gamescom. Lies. Damage control. That's some grade A BS right there. We know the truth. All Day called it. Right. Jay Fonzarelli called it.
Yeah.
Craig Harris was even suspect.
We're not
And
fucking idiots,
and
bro.
even I was like, yo, something spooky's going on, Like, listen, I ain't got a degree from MIT. I don't got an engineering degree. But when the number one reason to hype a game isn't shown on a demo,
right,
something's wrong. That would be like The Last of Us 2 and Naughty Dog demos the multiplayer, not the single player game. We will all be like, wait a minute, like, wait, what? Well, sorry, what? What? We knew something was spooky. Something spooky was going on. Yo, all day, holla, get the chopper out, unload.
Okay, I reload it.
Yo, we're about to go horde mode on this.
Bro, like I said from the beginning, 2014, right? We've seen that tech demo that they showed us, right? Shit looked amazing. Not gonna front, okay? Now, I played Crackdown 3 at E3, right?
Now, you know what's funny? Let me cut you off just for 10 seconds. Out of everybody who's talking about this, me, you, Zaya, whatever, you actually played the game.
Yeah.
And nobody was listening to you.
I mean, I said when I put my hand on the controller, and I played for about 10 to 15 minutes, bro, because I was going to take a nap because we were drinking already. Because anyway, but now as I'm playing the game, right, I'm like, fuck, bro, this is it? This is Crackdown 1 in HD? This is it? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing mechanically that awed me. Now, to counter my own point, the thing I was looking forward to the most was the destruction, the multiplayer. That was the fucking selling point.
For 3 years.
And for a lot of people out there, that was a selling point, period. Like, if it wasn't for the destruction they showed, that game had nothing, right? So, okay, E3 happens, right? You show me a fucking sizzle reel of some mediocre campaign? Like, what the fuck? Ooh. Like, I don't understand. And then, so, that was a red flag,
They had to.
That's when I knew something was wrong. I'm like, yo, this don't make,
like, bro,
we see more Terry Crews than anything else.
This is E3. This is the biggest fucking stage in North America to show some fucking games and what you want people to get excited for the rest of upcoming year or two, right? This game launches in November, and you haven't shown me shit about multiplayer. Even that whole E3 was whack. Not just Crackdown, not just Microsoft. Nobody had a tech demo of anything.
Yeah.
Period. So that was kind of weird anyway. But this is 2017, and we still haven't seen nothing. That's a fucking problem. I'm pissed off because as a gamer, that would solidify my purchase. That destruction right there alone, period. And now it's getting pushed back. Now, Shannon Loftus tweeted out here, she said, to clarify, the entire game is moving to spring 2018, right? Now, maybe 3 weeks ago, me and Fonzarelli said that. Well, no, I don't know if he said it, but I know I said it. But he was backing me up, okay? I feel like the multiplayer, if the game would have launched in November, right? I feel like the multiplayer would have launched at a later date, right? But now her saying to clarify the entire game. Why the fuck do you need to put entire game if it's just a game with everything included?
You don't have to emphasize it.
So now you're emphasizing entire. So what? So I tweeted her. I said, so the multiplayer is called the Wrecking Zone, right? So I asked her. I said, so is the Wrecking Zone a separate entity, like an add-on? No response. So let's see if she responds. But bro, I'm telling you, I feel like the multiplayer would have been an add-on later on, and multiplayer is not ready. Like this, like Fawn said, this is a polishing stage right now. Like 4 months out, that shit should be done, way done. You know what I mean? And now it's getting pushed back. There's a problem here.
Hey, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you're listening to this. Appreciate it. We're gonna keep going. We got this great entertainment for you. Hey, but here's the thing. Here's the funny part. You brought back E3, right? Like you said, Crackdown was supposed to launch in November. They show a sizzle reel,
right?
But they want to show us a 20-minute demo of Sea of Thieves, which don't come out till next year. And yet people still couldn't get a clue that something's wrong.
Right.
tell me that ain't some trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is.
Yo, Craig, what you think?
I honestly, I mean, I honestly didn't know about this till you tweeted about it, about some of the subject, and I thought you were just kidding, So I honestly look. I'm trying to look at it half full. They delayed it at least, like I said earlier, till next year. At least they didn't cancel it. My concern would be, you're right. I mean, I forgot all about the Sea of Thieves thing being up there for like the whole show, and for at E3. And you guys are right. I mean, you guys called it. I tip my hat to you all. I was thinking, okay, they are going to save something for Gamescom. Because they had to. And it showed that game at Comic-Con and the condition it was in. I mean, it looked like garbage. And it looked like that guy said in the comments section, it looked the cars were humping each other. So I'm disappointed with Microsoft, but I mean, it's just I honestly don't know what else to say. It's disappointing. I mean, when you got the amount, I mean, Twitter is on fire. Anytime something is so big that it trends, it actually trends on Twitter. I mean, you see the other trending topics, today, and then we get Crackdown 3 getting delayed. So,
Craig, to prove your point, I mean, all that shit going in Charleston right now, Charlottesville, whatever it's called. And Crackdown's right below it? Like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean, think about that.
That is crazy.
That is bananas, as Porter Rock would say. So I'm disappointed. It's just one more. Again, I hate, it's kind of like that scene in Jurassic Park where that guy says, "But I hate being right all the time." But I mean, when I get on other podcasts, I keep it 100. Like, I hate being right all the time. They're competing with themselves. And this is just one more reason, like you said earlier, Porter Rock, people walk in and see whatever, $199, $229, $499. What do you think people are going to do? And with this game, this is supposed to be a day-on-day launch. Somebody tweeted me that, which I didn't even know that. I thought this game was coming out like later in November. But this was going to be one of the games that helped move that console. If you didn't want to play Forza, if you didn't want to play the Forza game, we had this game, and this is disappointing. There's nothing to spin. People need to get up it, over it, go outside. The car's in the driveway, it's running. It's bad. I mean, it's bad. That's all I can say.
Get yourself in the car and go buy a PS4 or Switch. Facts.
Man,
I don't want the Xbox X to not do well, but when you have the CEO of your company saying, not talking about their first-party games at all, talking about third-party IP, talking about wanting cross-play with other platforms. I mean, you guys are right. The red alert, the stop sign, the whatever, the yield, whatever you want to call it, auto, whatever you want to call it, the people in the Xbox community at this point really need to start taking notice about what's going to happen in about 36 months. What if Sony does come out with a PlayStation 5? Just for argument's sake, then you lose the whole power thing. It's gone now. So now you don't have any power over there. You don't have any first-party IP hardly. And I'm telling you right now, Code Vein, this is somebody I talked to that works at Microsoft. She has worked there since '94. If games like Code Vein, stuff that we saw at E3, if it doesn't sell well, their quote-unquote Horizon Zero Dawn IP, the Mimic game, whatever, a game sort of like that, they're going to cancel that shit. They'll cancel that if these other games don't do well. So, I hope I'm wrong. That's all I can say. I hope I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. So, but it's disappointing. It's a game where I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised.
Wow. So listen, here's this, and I know Crackdown's not a big seller, so it's not like the go-to game. But given Microsoft here, and this adds to the lack of momentum, because this thing's trending like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? This thing's trending like hell, and this is just another big black eye on Microsoft. Scalebound's cancellation, Halo Wars 2 flopped. They released Voodoo Vince and Phantom Dust, which no one gives a damn about. And now Crackdown, a game that's been announced since 2014, is delayed. Is Microsoft killing their own momentum to where people are losing faith in just the brand? Where people be like, Why, granted, you create a 4K monster, but why would I buy your console if you keep letting me down with games? Why? Because of multiplats? What do you guys think? Why do you guys think that? You think Microsoft is like really destroying their own brand recognition?
Well, yeah, go ahead. I was gonna say All Day answered this already. I'm not saying this to be facetious. All Day, that's his preferred brand. He's spending his money in that ecosystem. Not hand over fist, but you like you said, All Day, you spend a good chunk of your entertainment on that console. When you are openly questioning what's going on, kind of giving pause, that to me is a big. Forget about Craig Harris. Forget about me. Throw me to the side. When you got cats like an All Day, and I just shout out to Jay Fonz in the chat. When you got guys like that, and then shout out to Randall Thor. I mean, Xbox guys that like that brand.
Even Tim Dog.
Yeah, Tim Dog openly questioning what's going on over there. Zaire, him going ham the other night, like you said, Porter Rock. Those are guys that spend their money in that ecosystem. You guys want it to do well. When you guys are openly questioning it, it should give everybody pause. Everybody pause. So, and maybe take a step back because, if you want to record in 4K, that's one thing that the X can do. But for the most part, let's just keep it a stack, okay? They got dynamic games. They got checkerboarded games. They've got native games. So it's disappointing. And for me personally, I wasn't going to buy one anyway. But now I'm really not going to buy one. I'll just wait for the thing to come down in price. I mean, I'll wait for it to come down in price, kind of like you're doing, Porter Rock, with the Xbox One S. Yeah, you can probably go get one now and the wife not put you out of the house, but you wait on a better deal. You wait on a better deal. And that's what I would do, and that's what I would say to all people. Please wait on a better deal because you don't want to get hit like All Day said with a game like Dusty Phantom that nobody cares about, or
Dusty Phantom.
Is that what you said? Is that what it's called?
Nah, Phantom Dust.
It's Phantom Dust.
Oh, Phantom Dust. All right, well, my bad. So, but you know what I'm saying? I just do not. I feel bad again because they're competing against themselves. So I want to be wrong. I mean, this. It's disappointing. It's delayed. It's not canceled. That's the good news. Nevertheless, it's one more game that they're supposed to be out at launch that you're not going to get, and it's disappointing.
Like with the Xbox brand, even last gen, the way I feel right now, I've never felt like that before with the Xbox. So it's startling to feel uncertain. It's not a good feeling, bro. You know what I mean? It's really not. I mean, like I said, I own every system.
Well, I can relate with the PS3. I can relate with that.
Yeah, I mean,
the first 2 years of PS3, I was like, I honestly thought that console was gonna, when Bobby Kotick, the CEO of Activision, officially said that if PS3 sales don't improve, Activision is gonna stop supporting the brand. When he said that, I was like, this is like when EA pulled from Dreamcast and stopped making games. I'm like, this is like the end. I'm like, what's Sony gonna do? Luckily, like 2-3 months later, the Slim came out for $299, and that's when PS3 started selling. And that's when Infamous came out, Little Big Planet, Uncharted 2, Mag. I mean, they were just releasing whatever the hell they could. They made PlayStation Battle All-Star Royale. They didn't care what that. They were just pushing games, and whatever was good, whatever was bad. They just threw an onslaught of games, and that's what saved them. It didn't, it just pretty much saved them. They survived. But I know exactly what you mean, with the PS3. When I saw Activision CEO said that, I was like, this might be the last PlayStation. I'm like, Sony really screwed the pooch because of this cell processor. So I feel you. Go ahead, keep going. Oh man.
Nah, like to keep it real with you, bro. Software sells hardware. That's a story that's never gonna change, right?
Yeah.
So I got a PS3. I think Infamous not Second Son. What was the second one? Just Infamous 2, right?
Infamous 2, yeah.
Around that area, God of War 3, and then things had happened, so I had to get rid of it. But I was fiending to buy another one once Last of Us came out, right?
Yeah.
So I mean that was a console seller for me personally, right? If someone never played the Xbox console, right? Of course, there's a lot of shit to play, right? But for the people that's been here for 10 plus, right? You've got to see the issue. You got to be concerned. You can't just brush it off. Like right now, I'm reading Fail Mega's tweet, right? He said, yeah, Phil Megan. He said the gaming streets are going nuts over this, but I want the best out of the game, so I look forward to it. Now, I can agree with him at some point, right? But the problem is you're not addressing the problem. Like, it's cool that it's getting delayed, and it might be better later. But why is it getting delayed in the first place? November 7th, November 7th, November 7th. We're all set on that date. We thought the game was okay. You see where the disconnect is? Like, you see how you just brushed it off like it's not an issue? When I'm speaking the way I'm speaking and I got twice the gamer score and twice the time in games than he does? As speaking from a fan, bro, this is a problem. Don't just sweep it under the rug, because that's how it gets lost in translation, and Xbox and people in that bracket of gaming in the industry get things misconstrued and they think things are okay. That's the problem. Don't fucking brush this off. Speak your mind, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say, man.
Here's the thing, you know, and this people gotta understand. There's every successful console from day one was successful because of the games. Everything else is just good stuff to have. But if you don't have the games, if you don't have the support, if you don't have the exclusives, everything else don't really matter. No one's going to care about refunds and Game Pass if you don't have the games, you know? And this is not the general sense. I know, yes, Xbox got games. It got the multi-plat. It got great third-party support. The problem is you can play those games somewhere else. You don't have to buy an Xbox to play those games. Same thing with the PlayStation. I don't have to buy a PlayStation to play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? Don't need it. I don't need to buy a PlayStation to play Destiny, you know? But what I do need is, if I want to play Destiny 2 and Horizon, there's only one place to do it. If I want to, let's say if I want to play these games, I want to play Destiny, Neo, Horizon, Lawbreakers, and Hellblade. Some of those games are on PC. Destiny 2, Lawbreakers, and Hellblade. But I can't get Neo and Horizon. You understand what I'm saying? It's that combo work of multi-plats and exclusives that makes people, I'm gonna go mess with this console. You know, sure, exactly. That exclusives what gives the edge. I can still play these multi-plats, but I can also play these games. That's what's missing from Xbox. You got the multi-plats, but what else beyond the multi-plats? Because the multi-plats could be played anywhere else. Where are the big exclusives, you know? And Microsoft, because of, I guess, the lack of success of other games, they got scared or they didn't prioritize. You have to prioritize games. It's a video game console, not a video service console. It's not a video feature console, you know? Like I seen some people talk about, Zaire mentioned on one of the podcasts that, you know, Sony's about TV too. That's why they have the PlayStation View. But Sony didn't hype the PlayStation View at their conferences. It's just something that's there. It's the apple pie. If you want to use PlayStation, on that, man. Yeah, if you want to use the PlayStation View, subscribe and give up your cable contract, cool. But the emphasis was the games. As long as you emphasize games, you can do whatever you want. Just don't interfere with the games. Just don't interfere with that portion. As long as you keep pushing games, exclusive content, the best way you can, everything else is okay. You can do whatever the hell you want. Kinect would have been fine if they didn't screw with the games. Don't screw with the games. Right. Don't create a console where you get an inferior experience with the game. Push out the games. Right. And everything else will be fine. It doesn't matter what you do. You can release a fitness app if you want. Just don't mess with the games.
Let me ask the panel a question real quick. So since this delay got announced an hour ago or whatever, do you guys, even in the chat too, do you guys feel like this delay will change the sales numbers of Crackdown when it finally releases? Will it have an effect or impact on the game?
I think the slight.
Can I say no? I don't think. Cool. Look, I'm gonna keep it with you guys. I don't think Crackdown's gonna get up to 1 million views, 1 million buys like first month. I don't think so. Now this is just my own opinion. I can't speak for everybody, but I don't see people watching play Crackdown. I'm not saying it's a fun game, but I just don't see people like coughing out like going to buy Crackdown 3. I don't see it.
Right. Craig, what about you, man?
Well, I mean, like I said, the only really good thing about it is that it does get moved to 2018. It helps bolster the 18 lineup. Does it help? It depends on when it comes out, because Red Dead is coming out in the spring. That's where it's slated. You know, it's coming out in the spring. Spider-Man is slated spring.
Exactly. There's God of War, Spider-Man, Days Gone. Like the amount of games coming out next year is it's amazing. Like then,
yeah, you're right. I mean, so it's just it doesn't hurt them. You know, if they release it, let's just say they sell it for $39 or $49.99. That may get enough people back in, but I just think that I hope for the delay it better work. It better be pristine, clean, and perfect, smooth as a problem.
Let me say this: Gamescom, since it's delayed, oh my God, you better hope
what they're gonna have
they show that fucking multiplayer.
What the hell they're not gonna show the multiplayer? It's a disaster. That shit's broken. That thing's broken. They're not showing the multiplayer. It's broken.
They can't show the multiplayer, no.
It's broken.
It's kind of doomed, man.
Technically, they just said spring 2018. They didn't even say like April 2018. They're not even right now.
If they say
that might come out November 2018.
Quote me right now. I'm gonna give my Xbox away to the first person I see on the street. If they say wait till E3, my Xbox is gone, bro.
No, if I hear wait till E3,
I'm gonna lose it.
I'm done. I'm just like I'm done.
I'm done. And it's not even because of Crackdown. It's just the overall GP, general purpose, general principle, whatever you want to use the GP for. You know, that's enough is enough. Period. Enough is enough.
Can I ask you a question, Porter? What game are you excited to play on it?
Well,
have you actually said that question? No. I'm talking about like strictly 2018.
For 2018?
Yeah, strictly
excited. I wouldn't say excited. I'll say I'm looking forward to State of Decay 2. I like the concept of that, and that's that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not playing Sea of Thieves. That game doesn't even look interesting to me. I'll be honest. Not fanboy. Listen, there's games like Gran Turismo. I'm not buying Gran Turismo Sport. I'm not interested in that game. You know, I'm not saying that the game sucks or it's good. I just don't like the interest in it. And Sea of Thieves doesn't look interesting to me at all. You know, so Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2 looks real good, interesting. You know, I like the concept about it, you know. So I'm looking forward to that. And games I want to play, like Cuphead, obviously Crackdown is a 2018 game. And I want to catch up on, I want to play all day in Gears and, and play maybe a couple of matches in Halo, I still want to catch up on some content. I want to try out Quantum Break. I'm a gamer, so I like gaming experiences. So, I'll play whatever game I could get my hands on, same thing with the Switch. Eventually I'll get a Switch and I'll catch up to ARMS and I'll try out Zelda and all that stuff. I'll play those games eventually too. But
this just shows the difference between PlayStation exclusives and Xbox exclusives. Because if you look at it, you have Spider-Man, God of War.
I do. That doesn't even count. I mean, everybody could be like, well, you don't know until you play it, so you can't comment. Let's stop the bullshit. There's nothing on Xbox. Let's stop the bullshit. All right? Come on now. That would be like, it would be like comparing, fucking what movie? Freaking Avengers Infinity War, and they come out with the sequel to the part 3 of Hot Tub Time Machine. We already know what people are gonna see. It's going to be the Avengers, Infinity War. Let's stop bullshit. I don't have to see both movies to know what everybody's hyped about. Let's cut it out. You know what I'm saying? That God of War 3 and Spider-Man in 2018 is going to dominate everything. I don't want to hear, well, you don't know. These needs of 2018. Let's just stop. Let's cut the bullshit. Xbox has nothing in their portfolio to compete with Spider-Man and God of War. There's nothing. They need to. The only game is Halo 6. That's it.
That's it.
And on the real, how many times can you use Halo? Because it seems like every time I mention the PlayStation 3, they bring out Halo. I'm like, Bloodborne's the shit. Oh, I ain't better than Halo. I'm like, all right, cool. Yo, Uncharted 4's the shit. I can't touch Halo.
Their car's getting played out, bro.
I'm like, all right, cool. Yo, Horizon's dope. I can't touch Halo. I'm like, okay, it's getting old now. Now, if they pull Halo again for God of War and Spider-Man, I'm going to launch that Xbox into outer space. I'm done. You can't use Halo for every single game to compete against, The Last of Us 2. You ain't got none on that Halo. I'll be like, you guys are bugging.
Let's just call a spade a spade. The problem with the Xbox brand, most definitely, we got shooters covered. We got racers covered. We got sports covered, right? But that's everybody.
Not even really, because technically,
that's everybody.
Baseball.
So we got most of the genres covered except one.
RPG,
right? RPG / third-person action adventure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Period.
And those are popular.
And if you look at the, at the history, a lot of people like those games.
Yeah, because technically, Grand Theft Auto is a third-person action adventure game. Red Dead Redemption is a third person.
Yeah, with RPG element, you're right about that.
Yeah, but we could get in a 4K. We could get in a 4K patch though.
Yeah. Well, I just think that there's another game, Detroit Become Human, and that thing's shaping up to be that game looks gorgeous. I mean, it looks gorgeous right now. So, it's no longer a contest. I accepted the Xbox for what it is, and if I'm expecting as an Xbox guy or gal to get games in the ecosystem to me in the form of how Nintendo's doing it and or Sony's doing it, then I'm in the wrong ecosystem. I mean, for that type of wear. I mean, they said something like Nintendo's released more games in whatever 6 or 7 months or something like that than Microsoft has released exclusives in 2 years. So, and again, there's a reason for that. I mean, like I said before, because they're not making games anymore. So, but I just seen somebody say Microsoft is playing chess now, and shout out to that person that said that. But I disagree. When you have new hardware to launch, you need games on there. Yes, it's not bad to put in 18. It does bolster that lineup, but I just don't know where they're going to put it. Because after the Black Panther movie in February, Spider-Man is going to be coming. The game Spider-Man is going to be coming.
Yeah,
because it ties into that type of
universe.
Yeah. So and then Days Gone, all that, and again, we'll get release dates for that. I believe at PSX.
Mm-hmm.
So but it's just it's disappointing. And yeah, like I said, shout out to you guys, all day, and everybody that called this game being delayed or major problems with it, Jay Fonz, everybody within the Xbox community, and
especially Jay Fonz. He definitely had confidence saying, he said straight up, something's wrong with the multiplayer. I was kind of skeptical, but he's like, no, Porter, I'm telling you, something's wrong with the multiplayer. And I was like, yeah, you might be right. And he's like, no, something's wrong with the multiplayer. He was adamant about it, and he was right.
But he called it, though.
What happened? He called
about this. Yeah.
Shout out to Jay, man.
Yeah, big shout out to him. And then with Gamescom happening, the momentum that they were starting to generate, because it did look like by deductive reasoning they were going to have a pre-order thing, because they have to, because the 4K Taco releases next Monday. Mm-hmm. So you're not, that way you have 2 weeks of good press. Which is really good going into September. College football starts. You got to generate some good press. And then all of a sudden this happens. So it's just, So it's bad timing. And like I said, give that woman credit. Yeah, give that woman credit. She just ripped the Band-Aid off the off the scab. Yeah, she slammed it, and that was it. Everybody's reacting to it now. But I agree with what you said, Porter Rock. They got to stop. You guys got to stop the damage controlling, especially now that I'm in the Xbox community, because I won't have it. I am not going to have it, so it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Like I said, the talent went up a whole lot, and you all just got to stop damage controlling, stop misinforming people. This is bad news. I mean, there's a new console coming. One less game to push the hardware. That's what's bad about this. Yes, it is still coming, but no matter how we look at it, it's one less thing. Now, what are we going to do? Just play Forza and with 4K ultra settings and drive around the track? And I mean, that's just, it's unfortunate, because now where do we go? Because, again, Star Wars Battlefront is coming. Crack Gamer's right. Call of Duty is coming. Those games are going to sell like gangbusters more on PlayStation because of the content. There's more content, way more content, especially with Call of Duty.
So I can get my burger and my fries and my drink?
Nah, you just getting the apple pie, dog. That's all you getting.
Yeah, so so it's bad. I mean, and the Star Wars stuff, that's most of that content. So the Star Wars fanatics, forget about the fanboys of the PlayStation and the Xbox, the people who support the Star Wars brand to the tune of what? Billions of dollars a year. And then you have a Star Wars movie coming out like 6 weeks after the game. There are no more words. It's over with. Like I said, put the baby to sleep. Rock, whatever you got to do, it's over with. This is over with. Microsoft for the L this generation. They lost. Let's just play the games we got. Backwards compat. I don't care if it's Phantom Dust. I'm sorry, Battletoads, whatever you got to do at the time. But stop with the damage control.
Like I said before, it wouldn't be this bad if there was more content.
Yes, right? If they would keep a consistent flow of content throughout the year,
hardware,
it's okay to have a delay or two.
Right?
Yeah, there's new hardware. You're right. If it's still dry, but man, there's new hardware.
Look, Craig, don't get me wrong. I'm still excited because I just bought a 4K television. In April?
So
of course I want to see the best possible fidelity of these games. Of course.
Yeah.
But the average person...
Hold up, I'll be right back. Keep talking.
They're kind of fucked. It's all subjective. It all depends what type of gamer you are. But this is not a good look. No matter how you try to throw it, you can say, this boosted the 2018 lineup. Sure, right?
Yeah.
But it getting delayed, period, is a problem.
I agree. Yeah, again, I'm trying to look at it half full. But I agree with what you're saying. It's just bad. It just goes with an overall theme of games either being canceled or delayed by Microsoft. Now, look, if it's going to help it, take your time. You know what I'm saying? Take your time, make it right, all that kind of stuff. But like that song, take your time, baby, do it right back in the day. But you're right. With it being dry right now, it kills the momentum. It's bad timing, especially with a press conference, 100 hours away, about to hit. So maybe we'll still get some good news. I still think the pre-order announcement will happen. It's Xbox is having a bad week because especially the fanboys who went to press with the whole Madden thing not being 4K on the PlayStation to only come out 24 hours later to find out, it is, so it is. So once again, if you're into the whole resolution thing and things like that, if you have a PlayStation Pro on the 25th of August, 2 days after my birthday, by the way, you will get the better version of that game. If you're into the graphics, I just want to play, But it's disappointing. You're right all day. It's disappointing.
Yeah. No matter how you try to throw it, man, it sucks for gamers. Even me, someone that wasn't too excited about the single player aspect of the game that I did play, just based off the strength of the arm on the multiplayer, I would have copped it. Period. Right? So
yeah. And like I said before, the fact that you're disappointed and leery and talking about I may have to pause a little bit here that's for me as somebody who, I have an Xbox. It's not my preferred ecosystem, but it's disappointing. It sounds like there's a cricket in here. What is that noise? Yeah.
What the fuck is that noise? Is somebody getting strangled?
Oh man, I think somebody's having a heart attack.
They're
croaking.
Yeah, Water Rock.
Now I hear a bass line. What the fuck is going on?
Oh man, is it yo Philly? You trying to drop a beat?
Oh,
Motherfucker has NPC up to the mic and shit.
Oh snap! Anyway, so we've been at this for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna close this out. Woo!
Yeah.
Hey, if Zaire's on, I'm hopping over there and talking my shit.
Oh yeah. I don't know if he started, but yeah. But woo! Hey, they're saying Zaire lurking. Oh man. But anyway, we're gonna close this show out. Woo! What a podcast, man. Whoa! This podcast was emotional. It was good stuff. We got our little anxiety out. We got my boy from Nigeria to tell how it is, but we're gonna close this out. Say all day, shout yourself out.
Hey, what's up, man? You guys want to follow me on Twitter? It's allday_digital. And if you guys want to see my depressing tweets throughout this next couple weeks, holla at me. Let's discuss.
My man, Craig Harris, type play security of the world. Craig, shout yourself out.
Craig Harris, the captain of Craig's Corner and the Porchlight Podcast. Follow me on Twitter, Craig Harris 456. I'm on Xbox Live, Situated Spoon 26. I'm on PSN. I think Craig Harris 45. So everybody just join me. Come on and have a good time. And let's play some Dusty or Phantom Dust or whatever you guys want to play.
Okay. And of course, our special guest from Nigeria, my man Philly. Shout yourself out.
This is boy Philly. I want to thank Rock for inviting me one more time, bro. I'm really appreciative. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, that's AOS_KRAZ, AOS Kraz. So thank you very much, Rock, for inviting me one more time, bro. Okay,
appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, AA. And on the real, behind all the BS we do, whatever, we appreciate the insight you gave us outside, from our culture. We really appreciate the perspective of gamers around the world.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Thank you, man.
And I'm sorry that I almost got you fired. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is your boy Porter Rock 77. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's great. Twitter's still on fire. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad. It's just crazy what's going on. I'm glad you enjoyed with me, man. Hit the like button. Retweet the link out. Get other people down with the podcast. This Saturday, obviously tomorrow's the multiplayer podcast, so catch me on that because it's about to be lit. And then on Saturday, me and Zaire were supposed to do a one-on-one on his channel. I don't think he's gonna want to do a one-on-one anymore. I think he's gonna cancel it. But we're supposed to do a one-on-one. Woo! Bad week for him. But check out that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, for everybody tuning in, hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. I hope you enjoyed the show. And this is your boy Porter Rock 77, and we are about to be out. And I'm about to talk some more shit on Twitter, play some games, talk a little bit more shit on Twitter, play some more games. Might lurk a channel or two. Hell, I might even show up on Crack Gamer's channel and talk some shit. I don't know. I don't know. It's just crazy. Today's crazy, everybody. But anyway, on the real though, well, I get whatever platform you're playing on, I hope you're enjoying your platform. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're all gamers. And, some people spend $90, others don't. You know what I'm saying? But just enjoy the hobby. It is, it's all love and stuff. But anyway, from the 60 Frames No Lag podcast panels to you guys, take care, God bless, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.